Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for being here. Grimy Fish Tank. They call you Grimy Fish Tank. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, man. You're representing, and you are one of the co founders of Compendium Finance, which we're very honored to have you here and to talk and seek information, find that alpha that everybody's looking for in the space.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having us. Well, me.
Yeah, but you're representing a larger team, I assume. So yeah, I get the ass. So yeah, let's start from the beginning. Before we say anything, let's do a small TLDR of what is Compendium Finance for those that didn't come prepared, and then we can go talk a little bit about your background and how you ended up building something in Solana.
Perfect. Yeah, sounds good to me. So a little bit about Compendium Finance, and we'll keep it from an eagle eye overview, since it is a pretty comprehensive platform. Our whole goal is to make trading simpler, and we started out last year by offering what is now our verified trading strategy marketplace. We do have two separate systems within our application. So we have the centralized side and the decentralized side. So the verified trading strategy marketplace was the first product on the centralized side, which attaches to exchanges like FTX. And what this allows users to do is hook up their exchange account to automated trading strategies with verified trading results. There's a focus on transparency and order efficiency, as well as advanced error handling if anything were to go wrong. So browsing our verified trading strategy marketplace, you can see, P&L reporting, advanced statistics, and analytics for each of the offered strategies. Some of them are first party, algorithms that we've internally written, like our machine learning algorithms, and then some of them are third party algorithms from community or extended bot authors that are monetizing their services on our platform. We've since expanded to offer a few different products for the centralized side and have come into the decentralized side on Solana, which we'll get to talk about soon. So we've extended to signal provider service, which allows anybody to create a automated trading group for free and automate it with 4 lines of JSON code from TradingView. There's also the copy trading service, which watches the main account through WebSockets and posts orders with dynamic risk management for all of their followers. This system is also free for subscribers and group leaders as well. And we have other things like portfolio rebalancing and pre-selected indexes and swap converts as well built into the system. I did mention that we've extended into the decentralized side as well. This product suite launches in a few phases. So right now we're currently getting ready to launch phase two of this. Phase one was some of our simpler mechanisms like spot markets built on top of Serum, or the first iteration of our simple swap aggregator, a built-in network explorer, among some other products as well.
Wow, so much stuff. Like, wow, where can we start from? I'm at the same time playing around in the UI, looking at the verified bots and seeing all the signals and all these things. Like, I have lots of questions, and I'm sure like the community has already sent me many relevant questions. All the questions are community sourced, so it's the Grape Community that does the AMA.
Those are
But
the best
before
questions.
yeah, indeed, indeed. But before we go into the product in the platform and talk about partners, products, and all the functionalities, tell me, how did you end up building on Solana? How did you end up in crypto? What's your background? A little bit about the team. Let's keep it short so we can focus mostly on all these things you're building, because it's a huge list.
Sure. So a little bit about myself. I am Doc, so my real name's Jacob. You can find me many places. I have no problem with that at all. I've been in the crypto ecosystem since 2014. I started off with Bitcoin mining, as many other people did. Shortly went professionally into the ecosystem in 2016 with a background in communication design. Then I worked for a few different products and projects. Basically, with my background, it helps me both on the development side and the business side. So I've done project leads, wireframes, workflows, development team lead. I've done a little bit of marketing and business development for exchanges, wallets, payment systems, on ramps, off ramps, you name it. I've had my hands in it. And then, one of the things that kind of brought us to create Compendium was a lot of our friends. We have Discord servers full of friends as well where we share alpha, and we were using a bunch of automated strategies because we didn't have the time to essentially trade ourselves, being professionals who are working, most of the day away. And we found a lot of discrepancies within those systems. So we did what we did best, and we built our own. And then, that was the first iteration of what I was talking about with the verified strategy marketplace, where we launched our products, and that kind of brought us to where we are now. And then if we talk about why we built on Solana, one of the I was a DeFi summer participant. I've messed around with Ethereum for a long time, and then Solana came on the scene. And when you're talking about automated trading or high frequency trading strategies, or the ability to simplify user experience and save our users tons of money, tons of time, Solana was essentially the only choice. So when we started messing around with Solana and porting, starting to port our tech over to on-chain and decentralized strategies and tools and products, and our enterprise toolbox, Solana was an easy choice. I mean, so we're getting ready to launch version 2 of the whole ecosystem, which we can talk about. But basically what we wanted to do here, and why we chose Solana, is because, let's say, we're porting a verified trading strategy on chain. Every second of trading matters, and fees matter as well. A user shouldn't have to have a bunch of money set aside just to pay gas fees and then wait for block confirmation times. Anybody should be able to trade any amount of money or value on chain for fractions of a penny, and have that go through in a fraction of a second. So that's why Solana stuck out to me. And since we've came on the scene, we started to work with a bunch of other projects and protocols as well. We've worked with Grape for a little bit now on our Compendium Big NFT, gated community, among other things as well. And there's plenty of other ecosystem projects that have been friendly with integrations and helping us along the way.
Yeah, awesome. The community holds the Compendium Piggy, so we're gonna definitely talk about the Piggy DAO. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there for sure. So you are supporting centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. So you're combining both. From what I understand, on the platform, you have two different areas for those things. So you either go to the decentralized part of things, where you log in with your Phantom wallet or any other wallet, and you have the other side of the platform that is for the centralized stuff, where you log in with an email and an account that you make, right?
Correct. So on the centralized side, you basically register with an email address and attach, exchange API keys. Logging with an email and attaching the API keys allows us to further encrypt them and make sure that everything's where it's supposed to be. And then on the DeFi side, you're right. All you got to do is connect with the wallet.
So on the centralized part, it's only FTX that you support, right? Is there any plan to add any other exchanges, or combine, or allow any trading functionalities like arbitrage, or other things like that, to do through exchanges, or maybe find a better price throughout the universe, or this is outside your mission?
No, so that's actually part of what I'd like to talk about with version 2 of the ecosystem. So we posted a sneak peek on Twitter a few days back of what version 2, looks like, and some of our main goals with the launch here. This is something that we've been working on for months now, since before the token launch, since before the fundraise. All of that allowed us to scale up this ecosystem. And what we're doing now is, the proof of concept version 1 was with FTX, because we've worked closely with them for a long time. We're one of the external referral partners, and this allowed us to collect data on order speed times and manipulate our back-end systems in order to increase efficiency and optimize those. And now, as we launch version 2, we're launching our agnostic routers, which basically can connect to, I think, 30 plus exchanges. So version 2 will launch as it is with FTX, and then as we move forward, we will start adding exchanges: Binance, Bybit, Huobi, KuCoin, Gate, WooTrade. We're going down the list, and we have relationships with most of these exchanges now to integrate and make sure that we have the best user experience for connecting those exchanges and automated trading. Along with connecting more exchanges, it's funny you say arbitrage. We one of the things in version 2 that we are focusing on is actually market data as well. So pulling market data from exchanges and allowing users to compare market data as well to find arbitrage opportunities, to compare market data to, what their back tests may look like on a verified strategy, or comparing, results of a trading bot to actual market performance as well.
Wow, awesome functionalities. Version 2 is sounds like an awesome tool. Is there any competition like that in Solana? Like I'm trying to think of someone building something similar, and I can't really think of something.
So if we're comparing the functionality of version 2 for our DeFi upgrades, I think the closest things for finalization of our products here would be things. It's hard to nail down a direct competitor, because the best way to describe our DeFi suite isn't a market aggregator like you would see with like Jupe or OneSoul or anything like that. It's actually a tool aggregator. So our goal here was, I'm a DeFi degen. I do it, this is our lives. We do it all day long, even as devs. And we got tired of having 20 tabs open and
Yeah,
managing
so awesome.
managing all of my positions.
It's
So
a
the
it's a
goal here is
Web3 template that you're going to be
yeah,
plugging tools on.
exactly. The goal here is everything on one dashboard. You can manage all of your positions from one thing, lending, borrowing aggregators, market aggregators, liquid staking, AMM pools, everything, with one click of a button, you can manage your positions. And the best way to do this for us, with the dev team that we have and resources that we have, is to launch this product in phases, so that each phase that we launch, the next phase we can build on top of our own interface instead of external interfaces. There's no need to link to other platforms when we can integrate it ourselves.
Yeah, indeed, and that's the point. Like I hope anybody that's building tools out there offers a way for others to integrate their product in their dashboard. Having
Exactly.
those links is yeah, it's not very user friendly. But let's stay on the centralized part before we go to the questions on the decks. Who is providing the signals, and what do you mean exactly by verified signals and bots?
Yeah, so verified signals in the verified trading strategy marketplace come from vetted authors. So vetted authors are people that, there's due diligence on. We have, strict back testing and live testing results for them, and we collect data. We also host an actual trading account for them as well, so that they send a signal to our platform from TradingView or their custom script, or however they want to send the signal, and we convert that signal into live trade, not only for the account that we manage to report their results and their P&L and the analytics for that specific strategy, but also all the subscribers as well. So on the verified marketplace, it's pretty it's more of a closed system where they have to go through that vetting process that I had mentioned, because we do provide internal monetization products for them as well, like they can charge a monthly subscription. But for the other ones, like the signal provider service or the copy trading group, these are all free for anybody to use. Like, you could, after the call, you could go set up a signal provider service with a TradingView script that you found on the internet, and run a signal provider group where you could invite your friends to use it, or you can make it public so anybody that could subscribe to it. And all you got to do is send us, a signal through a webhook, and it converts it the same way it would for the other strategies into trades for all of your users. And copy trading groups, you log into Compendium, you attach your exchange account, and we watch all of your trades through a high frequency WebSocket, and then convert those into, like I said, dynamic risk management. So if you longed Solana with 10% of your portfolio with certain, stop losses or take profits, all of your subscribers would also long Solana with 10% of their own portfolio with the same dynamic risk thresholds in place as well. And those are all free to use. There's no barriers to entry like some of our competitors on the centralized side. We make our revenue through volume that we post to the exchanges. So we wanted to provide the simplest user experience and most straightforward user experience for our users, and we've improved on this with version 2 that's launching as well.
Awesome. It looks really easy to navigate as well. So really good job to the person building the UI. It's really easy to navigate.
Yeah, thanks. That's actually myself.
Well done.
So I will admit though that looking back on what's live now in version 1 and comparing it to what's about to go live in version 2, it's one of those things where it's like I can't wait for version 2 to go live personally, because it's, for me, it's 12 plus hours a day myself, creating the system and the user interface, and designing the workflows and the processes to make sure that
Yeah,
everything's good.
the patterns
So
are burned
yeah,
in your eyes.
there's a
Yeah, you're looking at this thing like 14
it's like
hours a day.
version 2 launch is basically Christmas for myself.
So let's talk a little bit about the Dex side of things. So you said you're going to be an open, let's say, a sandbox, like not a sandbox, a place where other Web3 tools can connect, and you will integrate. So let's say that. Can you give me an example of like, are you gonna allow through your platform uh, someone to deposit on a Francium vault and lend it on a Solend vault, and do some DeFi stuff?
Yeah, so we're working on some smart contracts and integrations right now for the lending and borrowing aggregator, which would relate to your example, where there is interconnectivity between the systems. There's just a few problems that we have to solve there for that specific tool. We are also working with other platforms, Radium, Orca, some of the larger AMMs as well. Some up and comers, which will do some press releases this week for some enterprise tools with staking, streaming payments, multi-sig, things like that in the enterprise toolbox. One thing that I'm most excited about for the DeFi side is that I don't know how many builders are listening right now, or who are familiar with the Serum ecosystem itself, but there's actually a lack of enterprise usable data to create automated trading strategies on chain. So one thing that we focused on was porting over the data collection that we use for querying things like FTX data. And now what we'll be providing full trading view scripts and charting capabilities, WebSockets, REST APIs, SDKs for not only Serum but several other AMMs as well. And this allows people to create their own trading strategies easily. And not only through Serum, we're working with releasing bots on top of Jupe as well, so that you can aggregate swaps through multiple different order books. We'll actually releasing some open source scripts for on-chain strategies this week.
Amazing. So we're gonna have analytics, graphs, and order books in the dashboard as well.
Yeah, for the trading itself, our whole goal here is to make it feel as much of a centralized exchange as possible. So when you're looking at a lot of the trading view charts that are currently available, they're actually delayed. They don't update as the order book updates. And this is one of the things that's really important to automated trading and high frequency trading. So this is something that we've taken and have gone full into to make sure that we can not only supply this for ourselves, but other ecosystem products as well.
Awesome, awesome, amazing, and being open source is really true to the nature of crypto and what we're all aiming for. Like, so yeah, looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, the open source DCA, auto buy bots, stuff like that will all be available on our GitHub in just a few days.
Wow, a few days, nice. We'll check it as well with the stream. Maybe we can get some people to take a look, maybe build some things, or show us some things for our community dashboard.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan.
So in terms of user base on version 1, is there any user base on the live platform? Are you seeing any volume through the DEX or through connected accounts from FTX? Like, what are the metrics so far? How is it going?
Yeah, and on average day through FTX, we post about $7 to $10 million of volume. where we're at right now. That's between verified bots, copy trading, signal provider groups, and this has continued to uptick as we've gotten closer to the launch because we have supplied some updates. We work closely on community feedback so that if they want something, they get it. We're also beta testing some features with some popular traders like Satoshi Scalper, who's been pretty integral to the development of our system as well. So yeah, I think on the centralized side, we have about currently, I looked yesterday as we were going through intercompany analytics, there was about 2,000 traders connected. Just because there's 2,000 traders connected doesn't mean that all 2,000 traders post, a trade per day. Some trading strategies may post a trade every other day or once a week, or it all depends on market sentiment. And then on the DEX side, we have seen an uptick as well, for volume going through our system, and we expect this to increase as we move more so into marketing that side of the platform. Right now, it being in phase one, it's more of a beta, a proof of concept product. So as we launch the very important upgrades for version 2, we'll be excited to see, and the open source strategies that we were talking about, we'll be excited to see how this plays out.
Awesome. I was ready to ask you about ecosystem partners, and what just comes naturally in my mind is like the Cope leaderboard and the Signal machine. I see Satoshi Scalper is also a member of the Cope community. So yeah, that's a really easy organic thing that you could cooperate. But so far, how's the partner scene looking? Any people that you would give a shout out from those that you are actually working with?
Yeah, so FTX has been pretty integral and important to our ecosystem, even from the early days as well. We've worked closely with them on reporting issues and then making fixes for us. I can't give them enough credit. We're excited to move forward as we launch the production version of some of these things, and we're working out possible contests right now that we can expand into the future with them. We're also, some of the important ecosystem partners that will be launched soon are Woo Trade. So we're interconnecting our system with their exchange as we move forward so that you can utilize their exchange aggregation within our system as well for posting verified orders. And then on the decentralized side, we've formed pretty close relationships, as I've mentioned, with some of the popular AMMs like Radium, Orca, and others to ensure that we can successfully integrate their products and their markets into our system.
Nice. All the important ecosystem actors. Very exciting. Very very
For
exciting.
us, liquidity is important. So the more liquidity partners we have, the better.
Indeed, indeed, and having Radium and Orca are the important things. Like then get those stable coins from Saber, and you're golden.
Exactly.
Let's talk a little bit now about the coin, the IDO, the raise. Congratulations about the raise, 2.5 million, right?
Yes, 2.5 million. Thank you very much.
Amazing, amazing. How was that experience?
I mean, it's a fundraise in the crypto ecosystem. It was good to get such important. We pulled in some very very important partners for expanding the ecosystem. Our whole goal here was on extreme value adds, so that the partners that we brought in could help us with their networks in specific regions or with specific partners for expansion as well. And they have proved to be very important to that.
Indeed, indeed. Those portfolio synergies and key partners can really let you build stuff instead of having to worry about accounting, legal, incorporation, taxes. It's a mess. It's a mess.
That's the fun part, right?
I don't know. I don't know. Those raises
Wait.
are such a waste of energy and time. Although you get a lot of money for the project,
We were
yeah,
ready
it's certainly
to.
not building.
Yeah, we were ready. Exactly. We were ready to get back to building because it does take a lot of time and effort. Pitches every
Lots of
day, answering
calls, lots of
questions.
repetition, the pitches, that deck that you have to talk. Man, I know. It's annoying. It's annoying, but it's an experience in the crypto world.
Exactly. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the tokenomics. If anything stands out from the usual tokenomics, the IDO, the prices. Give us a summary of what's happening.
Sure.
There's
So
a
I'll walk you.
Comfy token, CMFI. How would you pronounce it? Comfy.
You can, yeah, we just say CMFI internally.
All right,
We were actually going to
CMFI.
launch as
Let's do
Comfy,
it.
but there was another token by that name, so we went back with the abbreviation that a lot of our, internal team or friends have used for a long time. So CMFI just kind of stuck with it.
Okay, CMFI. Let's talk about it as CMFI. So tell us a little bit about the token, the valuation, the tokenomics, anything you feel that, and you are allowed to talk about, of course.
Yeah, no problem. So, one of our things for integrating a token and something that we definitely wanted to focus on was actual true utilities. So, every product that, we integrate on both the centralized and the decentralized side, there should be a real utility for that, not just, a marketing gimmick. So, when we're looking at the way that we just design the tokenomics, there's eight major utilities, and I'll just breeze through these. So there's liquidity staking, which is standard within the industry. CMFI is actually also used to unlock certain features on both the centralized and decentralized side. We also wanted to focus on giving users the ability to unlock these features with not only CMFI itself, but single staked XCMFI, which is about to go live, and also staked CMFI within LP, so Radium CMFI, Orca CMFI, etc. There's also trading rebates built into some of the products that we're launching in phase 2 and 3. Uh, you know, Either swap fee rebates or spot market rebates as well. Along with that is a referral system, so a user can attach their wallet, get a link, and be rewarded in CMFI for volume that their referees bring to our ecosystem. We're talking earlier about on-chain non-custodial strategies, so CMFI is also a way for leaders to collect group fees if they are charging a group fee at all. So this could be time based, it could be rewards based, P&L based, etc. There is also, we talked a little bit about the Compendium NFT ecosystem. There's a slight overlap there with the metaverse integrations. We just rewarded a bunch of CMFI to the community for Piggy Participation Week, which was a really, really fun event and part of the new ecosystem roadmap that we have for them. And while Compendium doesn't involve a full DAO interface on the tokenomics side, we are introducing voting mechanisms for new features, markets, spending, etc. And then one thing that we haven't really covered yet is most people on the call now, from what we've gone through, there's the centralized and the decentralized side, but our whole goal is to actually extend Compendium to other on-chain ecosystems as well. Ecosystems supported by Wormhole like Avalanche, Terra, Polygon, etc. So CMFI will be a way to bridge utility and value through these ecosystems to access, specific tools within those specific dashboards for those chains as well.
Can you give an example on this one, because it's very, very interesting, and I'm not sure I understood it correctly. Let's say that there is an awesome I don't know, trading strategy in some other chain, Avalanche, as you said. Can you give an example of how Compendium brings that or gets users to that tool, or gets a
Yeah,
portfolio to that tool?
so our ultimate roadmap goal with extending to interchain bridge connectivity is something that's really important to the future proofing our protocol. We started with on-chain strategies on Solana because of the efficiency and the optimization that can be introduced. However, that doesn't mean that on-chain strategies are unique to Solana at all. So one thing that we're introducing as we move forward is the ability to switch between ecosystems with a tab on our DeFi tool suite, so that you can go from Solana straight to, like, we'll just use Avalanche for this example. So you would select
Connect
Avalanche.
with the Avalanche wallet, right? You
Yes,
need an
so then you
Avalanche
would,
wallet and
as
Avalanche
you
funds. Yeah.
exactly. And then, you would then be able to explore and interact with unique services and products specific for Avalanche, because we're not going to be able to build the exact same things on Solana that we can build on another network. That's just not how it works. They can be similar, but they can't be the same. So, we're still looking into automated trading on all of these networks, and you'll be able to unlock features for those as well with bridged CMFI. So Solana will always be the native chain for CMFI, but you'll be able to bridge it over to unlock the features and collect rebates and referrals, etc., on the other ecosystems as well.
Awesome. Okay, that's a good plan. That's a good plan, because lots of Ethereum killers are popping up with lots of volume. Solana was the one of them. But yeah, we see from Near Protocol and Avalanche and so many others. Even Cosmos is going for it. So yeah, I totally understand on the totally understand the plan and the vision.
Yeah, like I
Uh,
said, long-term vision. As things change, we want to remain dynamic in what we're building and developing.
And what about the IDO? What is the plan on the IDO? Dates, prices, and then the percentage of coins sold. Whatever you feel is important to share.
Yeah, so our IDO was in January on Selenium. There was it was like around 352,000 US dollars of tokens sold to IDO participants in Selenium that were immediately unlocked. So one of our goal here with the unlocks, especially within the first year, was to combat those continuous vesting projects that are popping up, where payments will just be streamed to investors, as soon as the token is launched. So we wanted to kind of create, not necessarily supply stock, but that's the best way to put it within the first year, where all the tokens that are unlocked and unvested on day one, that's it until next year. And then everything is linearly vested per quarter over the next 3 years after that. So it's a very gradual unlock into the ecosystem as well, which allows us to continue to introduce these products and use cases without the lower demand and increasing supply.
And how much was it? How sold in the IDO? How much is floating at the moment in the market?
So currently sold in the IDO, I think it was off the top of my head, 4.4 million CMFI. So that accounts for half of the unlocked fundraise as well. And then there were unlocked funds from our ecosystem incentives wallet, which are used for special events, referrals, rebates. The foundation also has unlock as well for strategic partnerships with exchanges. And then we had a 40 million CMFI liquidity pool unlocked for on-chain LPs and market making within centralized ecosystems. And just because these are unlocked, most of them are pretty stagnant in their use cases. Out of the 16 million ecosystem fund that was unlocked, we've spent around 6 million of that in Piggy participation rewards so far, and we'll be looking to incorporate staking among other things, which will utilize that unlocked feature. And then liquidity is slowly being added to on-chain LPs, and as I mentioned, will be used for market making on our upcoming and centralized exchange listings. So
Awesome, awesome. So
it was
around,
less
yeah,
than
exactly. Do if you
like
could sum
15.
it up in a percentage for me.
Yeah, around 15% of total tokens are available within the first year.
Beautiful. And where can we find you trading if someone wants to go buy like Radium Orc, I assume, any other exchanges?
So right now in this current phase, our full focus is on DeFi markets. As we enter into version 2 and the next phases of the ecosystem, we will start to announce our centralized markets, which we've been working on. So yes, like you mentioned, Radium, Orca, Serum. You can find market aggregations on our own swap, as well as Jupe.ag, among other aggregation tools.
Yeah, anything that has Radium Orc and is going to be there. And so the token is for perks on the platform, for upgrading your subscription, because I see a premium group. I see different group types, for example, on the copy trading. I assume there are tiers of subscription that are paid with CMFI.
Yeah, so that's actually something that's being fully integrated in version 2, is the ability to not only pay for verified trading strategies with CMFI, but also upgrade and get some extra perks and utilities for a lot of our free systems with CMFI as well. So that would be like more intricate analytics and the extension of group management features too, on the centralized side at least.
and it is also used for governance. As we said, you're introducing voting through the Piggy DAO.
Yeah, so talking a little bit about the Compendipig community. So that was, we've worked with you on that for the gated Discord channels as well as, further Grape integrations. This is something that we launched last August, I think was around the first drop. It's not a generative mint. So what it is it's 5 different unique drops. Time based over time with around 3,000 max mint. We're currently about to launch Drop 4, which will be mintable with CMFI only. So with this, there's specific integrations that we focused on in utilities here as well. It was also an excellent way for us to build a community as we went from just centralized exchange tools over to decentralized exchange tools. So some of the things that we have, that we're integrating is, the native NFT launchpad into our Solana Tool Explorer focused around the Compendipigs. There's also special participation events as well. Like I mentioned, Piggy Participation Week was something that we just did in which, verified Compendipig holders could complete a slew of social tasks and fill out a form and receive CMFI rewards based on not only how many pigs they had, but also the rarities of those pigs, as well as how many tasks were performed. We're also introducing some other things like our NFT staking initiatives, instant liquidity baskets, and then focusing on custom DeFi experiences for Compendipig holders as well.
All right, that's awesome. So people should take a look at the Compendipig in order to gain all these perks and join that community. But let's. I wanna sum up all the uses of the token. So I want to understand who's the ideal holder of the token, of the CMFI token. So we said
So we have there's a
it's
few
yeah.
targeted
You go.
audiences
You go ahead.
for yeah, there's a few targeted audiences for our ecosystem as a whole, which I think all overlap with use cases for the CMFI token. So this could be summarized as novice retail traders, seasoned market veterans, trading group members. There's also and leaders as well to unlock the premium features. There's also the DeFi ecosystem participants when we're talking about collecting fees, trading rebates, referrals, etc. The burgeoning NFT enthusiasts with the new overlaps planned for CMF5 versus the Compendipig community, and then one thing that we're also integrating as well as we expand our exchanges and work on the exchange listings with those partners is that let's say you hold CMFI, let's say, CMF, just as an example, don't take this as any, I'm not fortune telling here, but let's say that, CMFI is available on FTX, right? So if you hold a spot balance of CMFI on FTX, then certain tools will become available for you for holding X amount of CMFI on that exchange. And this could expand to other exchanges, Bybit as well. You'll hold specific bot balance on Bybit, then, specific tools could become available for you on just that exchange for holding that spot balance and connected to those API keys.
Awesome, amazing. You said something a little bit about fee sharing. Are we talking about the copy trade fees, or are you charging any fees on the decentralized side of things that you're sharing with the holders? Is there a single staking liquid? How does it work, or it works as a reward to the referrals only? Like just because you said the magical word of fee sharing.
So if you're talking about fee sharing, the collecting group fees, that's a way for trading bot managers on the DeFi side to collect fees for their non-custodial automated trading strategies. So I could deposit my collateral into a group that you manage, and you could either do this on a time basis or on a trade basis where you collect an X amount of CMFI or X amount of said token, and it gets converted over to CMFI for management fees for that as well.
Awesome.
On the centralized side, we don't have any integrated fee mechanisms. We don't want one of our goals here was to not move funds between centralized exchange wallets. So we don't work on withdrawing or depositing at all within the platform. All our system is authorized to do is to post trades for you, and that's it. And there's several security reasons behind that.
Awesome. And are there any plans for any further raises, IDOs, token drops during this first year? From what I understood, the answer is no, but just making sure because I saw someone asking on one of the platforms.
Yeah, so we are currently talking to several different platforms and funds undergoing, I guess, what you could say, further fundraising. Um, so I can't really give too many details about that, but this is something that is underway. Sharing what we have coming up in further versions of the application and the high frequency trade engine, our proprietary engines that power the whole system, are very important to this as well. They're among the fastest in the industry, and there's a lot of people that now want to be involved with that. It's something that we're very proud of. So that's important to this as well. For token drops, there are no specific, rewards allocation events at this time that are planned. However, there are things like single-sided staking and NFT staking coming to effect, which will be utilized from the ecosystem wallet, with rational APY percentage allocations there, so that we're not introducing an astronomical amount of tokens back into the ecosystem in a short amount of time.
Wow, man, you're very well versed. Those pictures have made you like a pro. I love
Yeah,
the way you
I've been
convey the
here for a long
information.
time.
Yeah, man, you convey the information so well. Like you've answered all my questions, and I see we've already gone over time, but it doesn't matter. It's super interesting. With like any builders out there that you want to give a shout out to that you've been working with, or anything that you are planning on announcing, anything, any alpha that you would like to share with us, or any future plans that you can share, anything.
Yeah, so first off, huge shout out to the rest of my team. Usually I'm the one that takes the interviews, because like you said, this is something that I'm very, very proud of, and I could sit here and talk all day about. But there's also a full team behind Compendium as well that gets up every day and just codes and eats glass all day and handles the hard things. And then, our biz devs and further outreach as well, along with a lot of our the partners that we're working with, continue to give support and help us to grow. So it's awesome to have, support of not only our team, for the long haul, but also other ecosystem projects. In regards to, what's next in some alpha, all I got to say is version 2, man. The simplest summary of it is it changes the way that, what you expect out of trading tools and the way that you integrate and, automate trading tools. And there's also a focus not only on automating the new tools that we're introducing, but simplifying and giving more data for manual trading as well. Everybody should have access to this. It shouldn't be, something that you have to go and search for or have multiple tabs up. Everything that you need should be in one interface. It's 2022, man. It's there's no reason it shouldn't be.
Yeah, looking forward to it because I'll definitely use it on my stream for my cryptocurrency adventures, and it's gonna be awesome. Like aggregating all these tools and allowing other teams to just plug in stuff. That would be awesome.
Exactly. That's the whole plan, man. One-stop shop.
Amazing. Any plans on attending any of the hacker houses? Any place that we can come find you and talk to you live in person? Any plans like that?
There is a possibility that we will be in Miami. That is open right now. The team will be together in Miami a little bit before that, but we will most likely be back. So keep a lookout for us there. I mean, it all depends on what's going on internally with development. We've tended to miss some of the in-person events because we get stuck coding, and I'd rather, networking is very important to us, but product delivery and user experience is more important to us.
Makes sense. Well, makes sense. So far, what has been harder, onboarding users or coding the tools?
So that's actually an interesting question. I'd say that they're both difficult in their own manner, but one thing that we've seen, especially with the centralized side, is that you onboard one group leader and you can onboard hundreds of people behind them. right? So all it takes is one large trader to come on, and there's plenty of extra volume per day between that trader and other users that then extend out to other products within our ecosystem because everything's interconnected. As far as development, some of the high frequency trading engines that we're undergoing can be pretty complex. So I wouldn't say too difficult because we're very, very familiar with how these systems work, being in the industry for so long. But making sure that they perform to our standards and our goals is what's most difficult because we're not just trying to launch another underlying trade order system. We're trying to be the fastest and most efficient trade order system.
Man, awesome stuff, awesome goals, awesome vision. Very like I'm looking forward to the things you're building, and you've covered all the questions. You've answered everything. If there is anything you wish to add to the AMA, please feel free. Now it's the time. Like you've covered us 100%.
I think you covered a lot, man. I think that all of your questions were great. We portrayed our ecosystem, our products, and what's coming next in an excellent manner. You should narrate more than just these, man.
I'll definitely offer some commenting, and I'm like expect me to come and test the platform during one of the streams and play around and hopefully it's going to be one of the tools that I'll be using.
Yeah, we'll send you a DM after version 2 goes live, and we'll get you some subs to some gated products so that you can show them off and have access to those.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, Grimy Fish Tank, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time and presenting the project. Looking forward on using the tools and yeah, maybe meeting you in Miami.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys, and you guys keep grinding away as well. I keep an eye on what you're launching, and you guys are at it.
Thanks, man. And take a look at Grape.art, the new stateless decentralized exchange, NFT exchange. First time in history.
Yeah, I've actually already messed around with it. Very, very impressed.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and yeah, I'll let's keep in touch.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you everybody for listening.